But wicketkeeper Jannah Mohammed doing some excellent work, skipping across, holding it in. No addition to the score. So Muller bowling with a third man, backward point, sweeper on the cover boundary, cover, extra cover, mid on, mid wicket, square leg.
Muller into the here. This one outside, wide outside the off stump. Lucky that one wasn't called a wide, Muller.
Very close indeed, but a dot ball, nevertheless. So Azaria Muller looking to slant that ball across the right-hander using the angle from round the wicket.
This one swept away, runs here. No, well, just go straight to. Well, another misfielder. Should have been a dot ball, but gets by the fielder there at square leg, so they come through for one.
So that's Kimora Daniel. Ball eluding the grasp of Kimora Daniel. They're able to rotate.
Alright guys, have more to.
I think it was. Yeah, so just a couple lapses in the field so far by TNT, couple misfields.
Kimora Daniel plays with the North Zone women's team, which plies their trade in the championship division of the women's cricket.
Chalmers is much better length on this occasion. Almost a Yorker length delivery on that occasion by Muller. Well kept out by Chalmers.
So Azaria Muller giving the ball enough time to swing or seam off the surface. Maybe a trifle too full, just allowing the batter to just stride forward and place it back out to the bowler.
This one punched through the offside, well fielded. That is the TNT skipper in the covers.
Nice flowing drive to extra cover.
Yeah, so solid over there by Muller, and at the end of 3 overs, Canada being sent into bat first by TNT, a 13 without loss.
Yes, very good signs indeed for the openers. Surface, very good for batting. Batters are coming onto the front foot and hitting through the line of the delivery.
Yeah, I think both teams so far will be relatively satisfied with the start. No wickets, all 10 wickets in hand still for Canada, while TNT will be happy that they've only, I believe, conceded just one boundary so far. So they certainly will be satisfied as well. This one is a wide, just sticking a bat out on this occasion.
So it's Samaya Munisa.
Yeah, Samaya Munisar, she left-handed medium pace bowler. She continues from the northern end. Looking for a breakthrough here, Munisar. This one's driven. Quick single taken here. Good running there by Chalmers and to here. Brings Chalmers back on strike.
So this one onto the back foot and caressed out to extra cover. Skipper Samira Naidu unable to stop that single. So nice flowing back foot cover drive.
This one down the leg side, attempted just to hit that one through the fine leg region, didn't make any contact, but signaled wide by the umpire, so Munisar will have to pull that one again.
So that one just starting about leg stump and going further away. wicketkeeper Jannah Mohammed doing some excellent work behind the sticks, skipping across smartly to her left, collecting. Added one to the score.
Of course, this TNT team, they have a squad of about 25 to 30 players. TNT coach Stephanie Power would have mentioned just before the start, so they're rotating the squad during this Canada's tour of Trinidad, so most of the players will get an opportunity to play. Of course, some of the leading players in that squad, of course, Samara Ramnath, West Indies under 19 captain, Amrita Ramtahal as well. It saw that first match on Saturday with quite spectacular opening partnership of more than 150 runs, Dungi. There was some superb batting on show.
Yeah, both players are West Indies under 19 players, Jelani.
This one struck in the air, and it's all caught. So they get the first breakthrough. Harper Chalmers has to go. It was driven in the air, but then long on field, it looked like Jairam at long off completed the catch.
Yeah, Shreya Jairam composing herself and taking a in her arc, but not getting the connection, getting more height than distance, and holding out to Shreya Jairam. Shreya Jairam is, right-handed batter, right-arm leg spinner, very.
Canada there. Now 15 for 1, into over number 4. So another move start here for the Canadians.
This is foreign conditions to them. They have not had the opportunity to really explore and practice on these conditions. So I'm sure they would still be acclimatizing themselves, to batting out in the center on turf wickets.
Yeah, to what the coach was saying, they normally bat on AstroTurf. Yeah, yes, and I mentioned earlier, Khadija Fatima is the new batter for Canada, trying to build a partnership here with her vice captain, Dahir. Yeah, yes, as you said, Dungi, not conditions that they are familiar with Canada, so it will take some getting used to.
Yeah, 99% of their practice, Jelani, I'm told, is indoor on the Astro. They do a lot of work on the Astro. So coming into Trinidad and Tobago here, the conditions, really great for development. This pitch here at the National Cricket Centre, excellent for batting. Yeah,
and other than the pitch itself, the weather conditions as well, these Canadians players, they won't be accustomed to this sort of heat. Canada's cool 8 or 9 months of the year. They only get a bit of warm weather around July, August, and it's by September it's cool again. So heat as well will certainly play a factor as well for this Canada team. Of course, around 33, 34 degrees Celsius in Trinidad and Tobago these days. And I'm sure for those the Canadians, it will feel like almost 38 or 40, because definitely not weather they're accustomed to.
So Annalisa Manu will be picking up the attack. She will be replacing Azaria Muller, who had a very impressive opening burst for TNT under 19.
Yeah, Muller had a couple of decent overs from southern ends, but she'll make room now here for Manu.
Annalisa Manu, right arm seamer, picking up the attack from the pavilion end here at the National Cricket Centre.
Manu, this one is a full toss. Well, not. Didn't make the connection she would have liked to hear. Just runs down to fine leg and they complete a single. Yeah, that one was a gift, really. Should have put that one away to here.
Yeah, De Gea got a Easter gift very early, but unfortunately she wasn't able to capitalize. Getting a top edge though, and it goes over the wicketkeeper head, over the head of the wicketkeeper. A single, nevertheless.
Yeah, just not the line that Manu would have would have wanted to bowl out, because just three feelers on that leg side. This one is another full toss. This one driven down the ground. Runs here for Canada. Well fielded by Muller. Just a single. Quick pick up and throw there by Muller.
Yeah, excellent straight drive there. Just lofting the ball over the bowler's head. But Azaria Muller moving smartly to her right there, getting down in the approved fashion, and stopping what would have been a definite boundary, restricting the score into a single. So one to the addition to the score. It's going to be Manu.
Another attempt to drive up. Beautiful. A cord behind, and she's given. So another wicket goes. Manu just takes a few balls to make an impact here, and Canada now 17 for 2.
Yeah, so that ball, just about that fourth. She got that touch, and the dreaded finger was lifted. So Canada, under the skids here, losing their second wicket, 17 for 2. The Comets Sports Club.
Yeah, so that was victory De Gea. So both openers back into the pavilion now for Canada.
And they also have a younger sister, Hidayah Mohammed, who in a year or two is going to be a household name. She does, at 9-10 years old, she does have that ability to bowl leg breaks and googlies.
Okay, all right.
So keep that name on the back of back somewhere.
All right, I'll keep that in mind.
Mohammed, yeah, she's going to really, set this place on fire in a couple of years' time.
All right, I'll try and remember that name, Dungi. For the new batter comes to the crease. Yeah, Rajput, the captain Rajput. So she needs a captain's knock here, Rajput. 2 wickets down in the power play. Rajput just watches at this one outside the off stump.
And Elisa Manu making an immediate impact at the bowling crease.
Yeah, just 3 or 4 balls into her spell, getting a wicket, off a third ball, actually. So, can she get another wicket here in this first over? Her first over. Manu. This one is attempt to drive straight back to the bowler.
So possibly what the Canadians could be attempting at this stage, Jelani, they've been stroking the ball pretty impressively, but the ball, they seem to just be finding the fielders, maybe just a drop and run, and have that rotation of the strike might be an option.
So it's driven in the air a bit, but a couple bounces down to that deep cover position.
Shreya Jairam races off the boundary, rifles a return into Janna Mohammed, so just one to the score. So skipper Rajput off the mark, lovely flowing extra cover drive. Shreya Jairam doing some really good work at the extra cover boundary.
Yeah, 2 wickets.
Shreya Jairam attends the Naparima Girls College and also represents the Astra Charleville Girls School in the hardball competition.
Do you want to explain that to me? She goes to Naparima, but she attends.
Yeah, so because her school does not participate, it does not have a team playing hardball.
Okay.
The schools have the opportunity to invite two players outside of foreign players, if you want to put it like that.
Yes, it seems that
or invitational players are allowed to play.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the bowler from the northern end seems to be trying to confirm that bowler. Yeah, well, it is the same bowler that bowler previous over. So this is Munisar, Samir Munisar, is
Yeah.
it? Yes, Munisar.
So
Left.
Munisar into third over here now.
Yeah, the
Left arm seamer bowling from the northern end.
bowling to Captain Rajput. Yeah, Rajput will probably need to put her hands up this afternoon after loss of 2 quick wickets. This one just trying to pull that one, but didn't make any contact, Rajput.
So just seems to come on to her a bit quicker than she expected. She was looking to play that horizontal bat shot through backward square region, but not getting the timing.
Yeah, so strong, still more of a balanced field in terms of offside on and offside and onside fielders for Munisar. This one is pulled away. Will get runs here. Should get 4 and 4. Yes, 4 runs to Captain Rajput. So she gets her first boundary of the afternoon with a short delivery.
And played a really sumptuous pull shot through backward square, and away she goes. So Rajput looking to get some momentum into this innings at this stage. Really haven't set the world on fire here as this Canadian on the 19 team, but with Captain Rajput out there, they will be looking forward to a partnership, that they believe that they can defend in this game, Jelani.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll have their goals in mind of what target they would, what total they would like to set the TNT team to chase down.
So a very good comeback there from Munisar. Right bang on target, no run. Played stylishly out to extra cover. Skipper Simura Naidu doing the fielding. There's no run.
Of course, as my colleague Sachin Balkasun would have did an interview with the TNT manager Nadra Batiste earlier for this game, and she would have mentioned, Dungi, that a lot of opportunities now for women's cricketers around the world, with the likes of the Women's Big Bash, the Women's Caribbean Premier League, and the Women's IPL. So I know when national women's cricketers like Stephanie Pawan and Brown John would have started playing cricket, they didn't have the opportunities that they have now, with women's cricket being a real career now.
Yeah, so these young ladies do have an opportunity to showcase their talent, possibly catch the eyes of maybe some person, looking at the stream. You just never know, they have these scouts, maybe somebody at the ground here today, looking at the action and just looking for something that they believe that, one of these franchises, could invest in.
Yeah, certainly so. So that brings the power play to an end. So I'm almost certain that the TNT team will be the happy of the teams now, with Canada 22 for 2 after 6 overs. Yeah, just a couple, just maybe 2 or 3 boundaries so far, I believe, in this innings by Canada. So they'll hope to improve that scoring rate as we head into this middle over period.
So it's going to be Fatima to take strike, the wicketkeeper for this Canadian team.
Actually, it's Rajput on strike, Dungi.
Oh, my apology.
Yeah.
But really creaming that ball, a nice juicy full toss outside the line of the off stump. She really threw the kitchen sink at that, but again, not finding the gap there between cover and extra cover, and there's no addition to the score, but some excellent work there from Samira Naidu, the captain of the Trinidad team
Yeah,
today.
so, and Annalisa Manu, she's continued her spell from the southern end. Manu bowling a couple overs already today.
Yeah, Manu opting to bowl that fuller length Jelani, which has proven to be very, very, very effective here, because both Fatima and the skipper Rajput hasn't been able to really take control.
So they've driven a bit uppishly, but misfield there in the covers, but just, I think it was always one on that occasion, so they complete the run quite comfortably due to the misfield. Pushes the score along to 23 for 2 now, Canada winning the toss and actually losing the toss and being asked to bat first by the TNT team. Manu, this one as well be. Yeah, that one was off the wicket, off the pitch, so this one a chance for run out, but not picked up by Manu.
Had Manu collected that ball, there could have been a run out, but she fumbled, and the batter was able to get back in.
Yeah, and a no ball signal, because that ball was pitched off the surface. So a free hit coming here for Captain Rajput. Can she capitalize? Manu into Rajput. This one is struck down the ground to that mid-wicket region. So just a single.
So for Hannah, Samir, left arm China woman, back of the arm, very rare indeed. Goes to Azra, Charlieville School as well. Right-handed batter, left-hand China woman, does the feeling there at mid-wicket.
Manu again, another no ball landing off the pitch again. So struggling to get her line here, Manu. So another free hit here coming. Because Manu and the other bowlers bowling from this end, they must be aware that that breeze is coming across the ground. So that breeze will push. If she starts on an off stump line, that ball will be pushed way outside the off stump. Probably has to start on a sort of leg stump line, and the breeze will do its work and get it on the off stump region. So if he starts way outside the off stump, that breeze will push it even off the wicket, as we've seen in the couple of times in this over. A bit better on this wide signal on this occasion.
But one of the areas that they struggle with Jelani from the southern end is because they're not as strong as the boys. So running up that hill sometimes could take a lot out of these young ladies. So I'm not surprised at all that they struggle from time to time bowling from the southern end.
Yeah, seen.
I guess hence the reason why Azaria Muller was asked to bowl from this pavilion end.
Yeah, you seen Manu in this over struggling to get that consistency.
But it's great to see that the Trinidad and Tobago Women's Cricket Association doing absolutely everything to ensure that all these young ladies are being given an opportunity to not only showcase their talent, but more so to grow the sport at all levels. So kudos to the Trinidad and Tobago Women's Cricket Association, led by no other than Anne Brown, doing a fantastic job in promoting, women's cricket. It's not where where we want it to be, but it's growing, exponentially, which is a very good sign.
Yeah, another wide here by Manu, so really struggling in this over.
So you would think that the likes of her skipper Samira Naidu may just want to walk across and tap her on the back and say, listen, just keep your focus, look at the area that you want to land the ball in. But she is struggling a bit at this time. Manu, right arm seamer. Maybe she could look at the option of coming around the wicket as well, Jelani.
Yeah, she can. Again, another wide, so tough going here for Manu. Of course, you mentioned Anne Brown John, no stranger to local women's cricket, having played for the national team and West Indies team.
And someone who also looks looks out for talent as well.
Well, you called it just a while ago, Dungi. So Manu is going to bowl around the wicket. She's going to try something different.
And rightfully so.
Well, it doesn't work out just yet for Manu, really.
Well, one of the areas that I'm looking at, Jelani, she's falling away. She's falling away. And that's because this left shoulder is going away from the vertical. It's possible that, she's struggling a bit with her alignment.
Yeah, seeing the skipper now having a word with her bowler.
So she's going to go back over the wicket. Coach Calvin Williams, I'm sure, will be taking a couple of notes as well.
Yeah, of course, this TNT Under 19 team, coached by, much better on this occasion by Manu, so she'll hope to get a few more deliveries in that area.
So she needs to finish strongly here now, Jelani, having struggled with some wides, but a lovely comeback indeed.
Yeah, this over is a bit lengthy after quite a few, couple wides and a couple no balls as well. Manu, again
another wide one, and
well, a chance for a run out with a quick single taken.
Mohammed is struggling to gather that ball. I'm surprised it's not called a no ball, Jelani. It was very, very close indeed.
Yeah, probably just bouncing on the wicket. Yeah, so this seventh over going on for quite some time now. Probably already 11 or 12 balls bowled in this over, so
yeah, just needs to finish here now.
Yeah, much better by Manu. This one driven onto the offside, no run taken, so that should bring the over to a close now. And at the end of it, end of 7, Canada batting first, 33 for 2.
Mega super value deal. Chicken, mega deal, super chicken, mega deal. This KFC deal has you thinking chicken.
Lucky 7-piece bucket for only 99.
A feeling for a big meal.
Must be KFC.
With big taste.
Chicken.
And big flavor.
Chicken.
Who keeps saying that?
I am the voice in your belly. Must be KFC.
Mega super value deal. Chicken, mega deal, super chicken, mega deal. This KFC deal has you thinking chicken.
Lucky 7-piece bucket for only 99.
Yeah, so welcome back 2 coverage on 368 TV. 37 for 2 now, Canada. Went over number 8. So still a bit of a slow start here for Canada, but they still have 8 wickets in hand as well. 8 wickets in hand, so they'll be hoping to, of course, increase their scoring rate as they move into the second half of this innings. This one was a good, almost a, that one, the bong surprised for team on that occasion.
Yeah, getting some steepling bongs. We could keep John Namor, but just struggling to hold that in. But nevertheless, making a very timely stop. Samaya Mohammed into her third over, 1 for 10. Left arm seamer bowling around the wicket.
This one a play and a miss outside the off stump.
So the protected score this time, Jelani 99. I think they'll be very happy with that if they are able to get to that score. But both Fatima and
Rajput
will be looking to take them beyond that 100 mark.
This one driven down the ground, straight back to Munisar. She does the fielding, no run. Decent partnership building here so far. This partnership already with 20 runs.
So at the end of over number 8, Canada winning the toss and batting. They are 37 for 2.
So both teams may be relatively satisfied at this stage. Of course, 8 wickets in hand still for Canada, while TNT, they've been sort of keeping the boundaries to a minimum so far in this innings. Of course, this starting line for TNT doesn't have the likes of Samara Ramnath and Amrita Ramtahal.
Yeah, a lot of senior players in the ranks have been rested.
Yeah, of course.
And rightfully so, you want to ensure that your squad of players, as much as possible, players are given an opportunity to showcase their talent. So Mariella Singh, all the way from Rio Claro, former student of the Rio Claro West Secondary School, championship winning side. Right arm seamer, now plays with Powergen. Right arm seamer, right arm batter. So it's going to be Maria from the pavilion end.
Singh. This one starts with a wide Singh. That one string way outside the off stump.
So just maybe a bit nervous here in the early start of her over, Mariella. Keep improving by leaps and bounds.
Yeah, much better from Singh on this occasion. This one driven. Get a single.
And some very good work at extra cover by skipper Naidu. That's a single on offer, but well pitched up delivery. Flowing off drive.
This one a full toss outside the off stump as well. I'm not sure if it was above waist height. The umpires will think about it.
A full toss just outside the line of the off stump. That one peels off the edge and goes down to third man. Just a single on offer.
Yeah, no ball signaled. Gets away with that one thing. Just below the waist. Singh. into Fatima. That one played. It would have been a wide if she left it alone, but played down to deep cover to get another single. So another single to skipper Rajput.
Shreya Jairam races off the cover boundary. Rifles are returning to Janna Mohammed. Just a single and offer. Farhana Samir. Shamir doing the backing up there on the onside.
Of course, 2 more matches will be played at the National Cricket Centre in Vancouver during this Canada's tour. 2 T20s carded for May the 23rd. This one driven in the air, but will land safely.
So it's Azaria Mohammed at backward point, coming in very smartly indeed. Rifling a return. So we can keep Mullah rifling that return, but wicketkeeper Janna Mohammed struggling a bit, but nevertheless, no damage done.
Yeah, Mullah really threw that one pretty hard, giving our keeper some work to do. Singh. This one driven in the air over Singh. Here's a good feeling, a chance for a run out, and a direct hit. Appeal for a run out, but not out, says the umpire. Excellent feeling there, Dungi.
Excellent indeed.
Yeah, much better line and length here as over has progressed by Singh.
So Farhana into action again on the onside there, moving smartly.
That'll bring the 9th over to a close, and at the end of it, Canada now 42 for 2.
So just one away from the halfway mark. Jelani, this partnership here between Rajput and Fatima, just looking to steady the ship here a bit for the Canadian under-19 team. But I'm sure they would want to try and accelerate the scoring as well. So at this stage, 42 for 2. Both teams more or less would be happy. I would think that the Trinidad So there's a discussion going on between the two leggies, skipper Samira Naidu and Shreya Jairam.
Shanila Mohammed.
So it's going to be Shanila Mohammed from the northern end.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Dungi, the players will be probably looking forward to that innings break after this over. Extremely hot conditions in Trinidad this afternoon, especially here at the National Cricket Centre in Vancouver. Mohammed, bang on target. Well, I didn't know that missed the stumps, Dungi. It was a Yorker long delivery.
Yeah, it came off the inside edge, but it just seems to ricochet onto the pads and just dribbled past the stump. So excellent delivery there.
Yeah, excellent start to the over by Shanila Mohammed. She could bowl a few more of those in that area. That would prove very challenging for these batters. This one well cut away, well fielded as well.
So a lovely anticipation there from the fielder, short third man, moving smartly from the edge of the circle.
Yeah, that was Manu.
Yeah, Annalisa Manu doing some excellent work.
This one driven, it's in the air though. A chance for opportunity and it's dropped. So a chance to get another wicket on that occasion could have
able to hold on. So another chance goes a begging here at the National Cricket Centre. And what a good opportunity would have been, to break this partnership, Jelani.
Yeah, it wasn't the easiest catch in the world, but somebody with Jairam's ability expected to hold on to those opportunities. A decent start here to the over by Mohammed, keeping things relatively quiet. Mohammed. This one just cut away. Again, well fielded by Manu to prevent the batters from taking a single.
So excellent anticipation again by Shamila Manu, moving smartly from the edge of the circle. And that's what you want to see from the fielders inside the circle. They are there to protect the singles, but Manu is really doing an excellent job there.
This one swept away again, well fielded. They do complete a single, but certainly stopped a couple runs there. If that got past, that certainly would have gone for 4. That's number 23, Alexa Babulal, doing the fielding there at backward square leg. That'll bring the 10th over to a close, and we're going to have a short break for drinks with Canada, 44 for 2. Yes, welcome back to live coverage of this under 19 women's match between Canada and TNT. Players just completed a short drinks break. Seems that Mariella Singh will start her second over, bowling from the southern end of the ground.
I'd like to say a pleasant good afternoon to her mother, Candice, and her dad.
Yeah, so just a short delay in play here. Just trying to umpire, just having a word with the non-striker Fatima. Fatima's on 7 of 18 deliveries. Captain Rashput on 9. So Singh starts her second over. This one is struck in the air. Fielder settles on it, and it's another missed opportunity. Another point goes. Says here, TNT. Will Canada make them pay?
Well, another chance goes a bag in there. Catching hasn't been the best.
Yeah, quite a few catches put down this afternoon already. This one again in the air, but just this one will land safely.
So Kimora Daniel does the fielding at the square leg, moving smartly to her left. Kimora Daniel also attends the Azra Charleville College.
You mentioned quite a few players don't be attending Asha Girls College.
Yeah, we do have secondary schools hardball team at that college.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Jannah Mohammed, the wicketkeeper here today, she's the captain of that team. It's a nice group of aspiring young cricketers at Azra Charleville. I'd like to say a pleasant good evening to Miss Lal and Miss Frial.
Some punch onto the offside. Misfield. Oh, decent effort there by that long mid-off fielder running to the left. Well, a chance for there's another chance for run out.
But a nice flowing back foot cover drive there,
Yeah.
beating skipper Samira Naidu.
But well backed up by Manu. Manu didn't pick it up cleanly, but certainly prevented it from going to the boundary. So saving a couple runs there, Manu.
Yeah, desperate attempt there from Manu, but doing extremely well indeed. Jelani throwing up frame, and ensuring that this scoring is just restricted to a brace. So 55 for 2.
This one, an attempted drive, not where she intended it to go, Rajput, but goes down to the third man region, so get another single.
Yeah, it's Azaria Muller. No, it's not Azaria Muller. Azaria Muller is at backward point. Can't seem to figure out who is at that third man region.
Singh just pulls out of this delivery. Probably didn't felt something a bit off. Singh into Fatima. This one just cuts away onto the offside. Runs here for Canada and will go all the way for 4. So well timed by Fatima. She gets 4 more to.
Boundary there. Shriya Jairam making a valiant attempt, but it goes into the boundary. So 4 to the total. That takes Fatima on to 12. So scoring rate
So on a short delivery. Again, more runs, maybe 4 more, 4 more it is. So what an over here for Canada.
The backward point there and beating the third man into the boundary. So lovely gap piercing there by Fatima and earning herself a second boundary in the over. So that takes the score on to,
I believe it's 64 for 2 now.
so the Canadian under 19 team making a move on here. Rajput and Fatima, the wicketkeeper and the skipper, putting together a partnership here now. Run rate, current run rate just 5.22 at this moment.
Yeah, showing a lot more intensity coming out of that drinks break. This Canadian batting pair. No, I just want to move after the break. Yeah.
So we are seeing a move on here after the halfway stage. Fatima moving on to 16 with that second boundary in the over. Rajput on strike.
Shanella Mohammed starts with a wide. She's into her second over now.
So Trinidad Tobago on the field of play still have both their leg spinners as an option. Both skipper Samira Naidu and Shreya, leg spinners by trade.
Mohammed drives this, well, driven by Fatima. Sorry, Rajput. No run available on this occasion.
Nice flowing off drive, but no run. Naidu doing the fielding at extra cover. Score remains on 65 for 2. We are into over number 12.
This one struck in the air. Just short of the fielder, running in from the boundary at long on. So gets away with that one, Rajput. Really showing a lot more intent to score following that drinks break, Canada.
So Rajput looking to go a bit straighter there with Jelani, looking for the boundary option, but just tugging it onto the onside there and getting a single.
So driven in the air again, short of TNT skipper.
So again, nice flowing drive, but not getting the rotation, Jelani.
Yeah, taking a few risks here, the Canada pair of Rajput and Fatima. This one just stayed away, much safer shot on this occasion by Fatima. Good time, decent time of the ball, Fatima. Has to be said, she's a very petite in size. No.
So Annalisa Mano doing some good work at a third man there again. Moving smartly to her right. Backed up by Farhana Shamir. Left arm China woman.
Dot delivery. It's not a bad start to her. Bowling quite tightly this afternoon so far, Shanella Mohammed.
Yeah, just bowling within herself there. Not trying to do anything special. Trying to put the ball in.
Well, this one a gift really is a full toss, and that is pulled away down to the mid-wicket boundary for 4.
Well, it's a commentator's curse, Jelani. Just as we were praising her, she served up a waist-tight first toss on deep mid-wicket boundary. So the score moves up by 4. It's now 71 for 2 in over number 12.
Yeah, this partnership already with more than 50 runs between Fatima and Rajput, so really putting Canada back on course here after the two openers fell quite cheaply.
So Trinidad and Tobago has already used 6 bowling options thus far. So it's going to be the champion leggy. Shreya Jairam is going to be picking up the attack from the southern end. Right like Brig Googly Bowler.
Yeah, I'm surprised it took so long to bowl Jairam, probably, giving other bowlers an opportunity to.
And it's important for the players in the squad, Jelani, to be given that opportunity to bowl in match conditions, to see how well they stand up to the pressure, playing out in the middle.
Yeah, certainly want to give them. There's a big difference, of course, bowling in the nets and bowling in practice as compared to bowling in a match.
So the skipper is heading out to deep mid-wicket, Samira Naidu. I would have thought, being the skipper, she would have tried to stay inside, but she decided she's going to take responsibility to do the catching out in the outfield.
This one, an excellent start here by Jairam. It's a Yorker length delivery. Yeah, you're right. Dungi, most times you'll see captains feeling at mid-off or mid-on, mid-wicket, or in the covers, trying to stay close to the bowlers and the keeper to get. This one is a full toss on this occasion, driven down the ground. Would have been a chance there for a run out if.
So Manu having a good evening feeling, minor blemish from her there, not being able to pick up cleanly. A single on offer.
Yeah, if she picked it up cleanly, it would have been an excellent chance for a run out because Fatima was only probably halfway down the wicket when it got to Manu. This one is a plain, well, it's wide on this occasion, but a chance for a run out. What? Just getting home there, Fatima.
Wicketkeeper Jana Mohammed unable to hauling that delivery. That ball spun sharply. So 2 wides to the total. So Shreya Jairam getting into her work. Possibly may want to just start a bit closer to the batters, maybe middle and leg.
Yeah, much better by Jairam. Just pushed onto the offside. Get a single. So driven in the air, well, goes down to the boundary. There's protection down there at the deep cover position. So just a single.
Are doing some excellent work at deep cover boundary.
Well, sloppy here from TNT. Overthrow, given away. So really should have just been a single, but they complete an extra run. So 2 runs, 2 more to the total.
So excellent running between the spear between Fatima and Rajput. And an excellent delivery to finish the over. No, there's one more ball in the over.
Jairam. So punch onto the onside.
This one is split into the leg side. Shamera, Farhana Shamera doing the fielding at mid-wicket. So at the end of over number 13, Canada 77 for 2. Trinidad winning the toss and electing to bowl.
yeah, seeing a lot more intent to score following that drinks break. It's clearly the message being sent out to the batters of Fatima and Captain Rajput to probably get a move on and try to increase your scoring rates, because you've certainly seen a difference following that 10 over drinks break.
Yeah, it's important for any batter, Jelani, where they have the opportunity to go to the middle to assess the conditions. Both these players have assessed the conditions well. They've gotten the pace of the pitch now, and they're playing a lot more fluently. So hence the reason why we are seeing that increase in the scoring. So Fatima on 19, Rajput on 21.
Yeah, this partnership putting Canada in a very comfortable position now. Of course, TNT would be.
So it's going to be the Trinidad and Tobago skipper,
Yes.
Samira Naidu, back of the arm spinner, leggy, leg break slider, googly.
Yes, it'll be captain versus captain here, Dungi.
Yep.
Let's see who will come out on top.
And bang on target, their lovely flight. But she's just able to check that drive there, and away they went. So Shamir doing the feeling at cover point. They're not moving as quickly as her skipper would want her to.
That
So just getting her a bit closer now.
single bringing Fatima back on strike. So, yeah, bang on target again there by Naidu.
So Shamir doing some good work, moving in quickly. Farhana Shamir, left hand back of the arm, China woman.
So now wide on this occasion.
Just probably holding it a bit too tight was skipper Naidu.
Yeah, not flighting that one as much, Naidu, on this occasion. Eager for wicket here now, TNT, this partnership. With more than 60 runs now. This one attempted to travel wide signalled.
But what I like about Samira Naidu, Jelani, she's giving the ball some generous flight and allowing it to spin off the surface. That the batter there was genuinely beaten. Unfortunately, it was a bit too wide.
Player number just sticking a bat out on this occasion. Fatima quite dangerously indeed.
So a lot of evidence of spin on offer here at NCC.
This one well flighted again. Yeah, so this is a decent start here by Naidu. Just a couple wides and a single in this over so far. Again, when I say hello to all our viewers in Canada, and of course locally right here in Trinidad and Tobago. Of course, a lot of parents of these players will be tuned into the action. This one driven. No runs taken. Score remains 82 for 2.
So a minor collision there between Samira Naidu and Azaria Muller, but no damage done. No addition to the score.
So driven down the ground again, well fielded by skipper Naidu.
A lovely flighted delivery there from Samira Naidu, inviting that drive at Jelani, but luckily for the batter, she was able to keep it down. And there's no addition to the score at the end of over number 14. Trinidad and Tobago winning the toss and electing to field here first at the National Cricket Centre. The Canadian team, women's team, are 82 for 2 with skipper Rajput on 22 and wicketkeeper Khadija Fatima on 20.
Mega super value deal. Chicken, mega deal, super chicken, mega deal. This KFC deal has you thinking chicken.
Lucky 7-piece bucket for only 99.
A feeling for a big meal
Must be KFC.
with big taste
Chicken.
and big flavor.
So Jairam will start her second over. Leg spinner. This one is struck over the infield. Again, this good work by Manu again. So Manu has been solid in the field for TNT this afternoon.
Well, I could go so far to say that Manu has been the most impressive of the fielders on the outfield. Really helping our team by saving at least 5 or 6 valuable runs.
Yeah, this one is struck in the air. Another chance for a catch, and again, not judging it at all. Yeah, these fielders not judging it initially and having to run back at the last minute there. Mariella Singh and couldn't get her hands on it. Jairam is pushing this one onto the offside. Quick single taken. Yeah, there's an excellent partnership here between Rajput and Fatima.
And some excellent running as well.
So like a full toss, struck down the ground. Singh does the fielding. Can't prevent a single though. Complete a single quite comfortably.
Yeah, nice flowing on drive down to Mariella Singh. Goes to the long on. There's a single on offer. 1 to the total, 89 for 2.
Yeah, this partnership putting Canada in a strong position here to post to go well past 100. Jairam, again a full toss. Is it going to be called a no ball? No, it isn't. Just below the waist. That one is close to being called a no ball. This one pulled away. Runs here for Canada. Just got a single.
Kimura Daniel races off the backward square region. Single on offer. It takes the score on to 90 for 2. So if they go at a runner ball here, they're going to safely get to 120. I'm sure they will want to possibly add another 10 to that or 15 to that, Jelani. But this pair really holds the key to the Canadian 19 team getting to that score, maybe 130, maybe in the vicinity 130, 135. But a double strike here from the Trinidad and Tobago team could really stem the flow here. They desperately need a wicket.
Yes, you still feel as though TNT are just 1 or 2 good overs away from clawing back into this contest.
So 90 for 2 could be 97 for 5. You just never know. 2 quick wickets here and the floodgates are open.
Yeah, in cricket games, cricket matches can change quite quickly. So the captain Naidu, she continues. She starts her second over. This one well flighted. This one is a full to swept away. Runs here for Canada. Well fielded on that deep backward square leg boundary.
So it's Manu again in high pursuit. And a wide from the skipper. Maybe just looking to rip that one a bit more.
Yeah, bowl that one a bit flatter, but didn't get the line that she would have wanted. This one pulled away runs here for. And just a good, decent effort, but she completed the catch, but stepped back on the ropes and goes for 6. So bit unlucky there for the fielder, Munisar.
But 6 to the total.
Yeah, so 6 more to Captain Rajput. Yeah, luck not going the way of TNT at the moment. Those 50-50 calls, or so to speak, or 50-50 chances, not going Trinidad Tobago's way at all. 99 for 2, Canada. Naidu, another flight to delivery swept away. This will get Canada to 100. Another run 2 for Tima.
So flight to delivery there from Naidu, swept down to the backward square. So the 100 comes up for Canada in over number 16. Fatima on 29, Rajput on 30. And this partnership has been a revelation. Jolani, they've both batted impressively. They've taken their chances. Unfortunately for Trinidad and Tobago, they have not really capitalized, putting down a few catches as well.
This one pulled away, more runs here for Canada, just a single.
So skipper just erring in length there, pulling down the delivery and being pulled down to deep backward square. So at the end of over number 16, Trinidad and Tobago winning the toss, electing to field here first against the Canadian under 19 women's team. The Canadian team are 102 for 2.
So Alexa Babulal has joined the bowling attack. She's going to see some more spin on show today. Of course, a lot of spin we've seen already, including Captain Naidu, Shreya Jairam. So short outside the off, just outside the off stump, push down to deep cover. Single to Captain Rajput.
Ataria Muller does the fielding at the cover position down at extra cover on the boundary, just a single on offer. 103 for 2. It brings wicketkeeper Fatima back on strike.
This one flighted. Runs here for Kana. Should get at least 2 here. Some work to do. There's that Daniel. Yeah, 2 more, 2 for Tima.
So Kimura Daniel coming off the deep backward square boundary, unable to stop 2 runs there. Nice, juicy full toss on leg stump. Fatima said thank you. Paddle it down to deep backward square.
This one a play and a miss outside the off stump.
So Alexa Babulal, a leggy.
This one well out. Lucky that one wasn't called a wide, Babulal. Will be called a wide on this occasion. Doesn't get away with that one, Babulal.
Yeah, just possibly sticking in our fingers there.
Again, another short delivery and wide outside the off stump.
So TNT on the 19s here, just giving away a couple extras here now at the back end of the innings.
Yeah, a lot of extras given away this afternoon by TNT. Babulal. This one well flighted, a full toss driven in the air. And that's caught. So you've spoken about the feeling of Manu Dungi.
Yeah,
I'm no surprise that she completes the catch.
Yeah,
well caught.
She has been a revelation for this TNT on the 19 team on show today. But she's been the best on show today.
Was struck fairly firmly to her, but she didn't have to move much and completed the catch. It was still took some catching, but she deserves that catch, Manu, because she stopped a lot of runs this afternoon for TNT. Breaks a partnership that was worth almost 100 runs between these two, Fatima and Rajput. So the new batsman that comes to the crease, that's Ramin Rashid. Yeah, so Rashid joins the captain, Rajput. Fatima just dismissed. Well played by Fatima.
Looking to take the aerial route, not getting the connection and holding out. A very impressive catch indeed by Manu. Manu been very, very impressive, during the course of the scheme.
Yeah, by far the TNT's best fielder this afternoon.
So we're going to see the introduction of Farhana Shamir. Left arm China woman out of Charleville.
Does she have a bright future? She spoke quite highly of her earlier in the match.
Well, she had been offered to go to Canada to play in a tournament, a women's tournament.
Gets past the wicketkeeper.
Bowling left arm over the wicket here at the National Cricket Centre. Very difficult trade indeed, Jelani. Wrist spin in general. So when you see, something like this happening, you got to be very, very excited indeed. I might be a bit biased when it comes to leg spinners, but I love to see leg spinners in operation. They always bring, something exciting to the contest. They have proven to be match winners time and time again.
Of course, some of the famous and popular leg spinners of the past, Shane Warne, of course, comes to mind. He's a right arm leg break bowler. Well, a misfield there on the boundary cost TNT some runs, so giving away some.
Very unlucky indeed. And that has to be called a no ball, and rightfully so.
Yeah, bonks twice before getting to the batter. So a free hit coming here for Canada.
How does she respond to this free hit, Jelani? Is she going to float it up?
Just float it up. It's struck in the air. It wouldn't be out even if it's caught.
So,
we'll feel it.
Excellent catch indeed, but it wouldn't count because it's a no ball.
Just 2.5 overs remaining. No. Yeah, so just 2.5 overs remaining in this first innings. This one struck down. Runs here for down to fine leg. We'll get one. They'll come back for 2. So 2 more to the total.
Nice little paddle there for 2. So Rashid off and running. For Hannah Shamir. Just airing in length there. And line outside the line of the off stump.
Again, over the mid-wicket region, will get runs here. May go all the way for 4, but does do it well. Feel it on the boundary. Just a single. Yeah, so certainly posting a competitive score here, Canada. Being asked to bat first by TNT. This one is pulled away more runs here for Canada, and we'll get 4.
So a drag down there from Shamir, and Rajput rightfully taking full. The score. Canada on the 19 women's team 120 for 3, and I must say that this score is very challenging indeed, Jelani. They're now getting to the point where they could feel that they could have some measure of control.
Yeah, Canada certainly on top of this match.
12 legal deliveries remaining. So the projected score at the beginning of the couple overs, the projected score was 99. We've way gone past that now. We know the projected score is anywhere between 130 to 140 now, Jelani.
Yeah, that certainly will take some getting, but so they'll need a good start, TNT, in their response. Of course, hoping to get a few wickets here to slow down Canada's progress in these remaining 2 overs.
This one is muscled down to long on, a single. Mariella Singh does the fielding at long off. Long on, my apology. 1 to the total. It takes Rajput on to 38. It brings Rashid on strike for the first time against Alexa.
This one was wide
And this
outside
one is
with a big mix up here. Should be a run out, but just diving to get back into crease, Ramin Rashid.
so Alexa Babulal not doing the basic thing, Jelani there.
The good work on the boundary line though, using a bit of footwork.
Yeah, so that's Azaria Muller doing some excellent work, saving her team 2
Yeah.
valuable runs.
Showing some football skills there, Dungi. Speaking of football, you a World Cup football fan, Dungi?
I'm not really a football fan except if it's the Barclays Premier League.
Premier League.
Manchester United.
You're a Manchester United fan, okay. Of course, the FIFA World Cup just about 3 or 4 weeks away from kicking off. A lot of people, including myself, to be honest, looking forward to that tournament. This one is struck onto the offside. Well, a bit of a wild throw gives away an extra run.
So the latest score between Guyana and Trinidad and Tobago Red Force. Trinidad and Tobago in their second innings, 182 for 3. Evan Lewis not out on 86 and Amir Jangu on and 46.
Yeah,
So
Evan Lewis, a quiet tournament before today, but coming up when it matters most, Evan Lewis. Of course, TNT trying to end a 20-year drought. Haven't won the 4-day title in 20 years.
But they have taken the first step, Jelani, by winning first innings in this encounter and really looking to romp home very convincingly indeed by putting on a formidable total that will try and restrict the Guyana Happy Eagles to arrest the title.
Yeah, certainly. Batting on the last day of a match is always difficult. One struck in the air, one bounce to the fielder, another misfield. Win cost them an extra run though.
And it's Shamir. So at the end of over number 19, Canadian on the 19 team, 126 to 3.
Mega super value deal. Chicken, mega deal, super chicken, mega deal. This KFC deal has you thinking chicken.
Lucky 7-piece bucket for only 99.
A feeling for a big meal
Must be KFC.
with big taste
Chicken.
and big flavor.
Chicken.
Who keeps saying that?
I am the voice in your belly.
Bowling from the northern end. Right arm seamer.
Of course, following this first innings, Dungi, we're going to have 2 interviews for our viewers along with some highlights. Of course, those interviews will be with the head coach of Canada, Azib Ali Hanif, and of course with TNT manager Nadra Batiste. So we invite our viewers to stay tuned in during the innings break for those highlights and interviews.
Daniel plays her cricket with the North Zone Cricket Club and also attends the Azra Girls College.
So struck onto the offside. Quick single taken. So
So we're into the final over here at the National Cricket Centre. Canadian National under 19 women's team, 127 for 3. Very imposing target. And this one is driven down to long on. Turn for 1, but that's all it's going to be.
It's gotten a bit overcast here at the National Cricket Centre in Couva, but no threat of rain at the moment.
So 4 legal deliveries remaining in this innings.
So driven down the ground. Quick single attempted and a chance for a run out. Gets back just in time.
But some excellent feeling to her own bowling there was Kimora Daniel. I think she has been run out.
Actually, yeah, I thought it was given not out, but yeah, she has to go, Rashid. So good feeling there by Daniel off her own bowling. So the score now 128 for 3. Good feeling. It wasn't picked up cleanly at first, but she stopped it. And
So it's good. The new batter is going to be Namrit Dillon.
shake his head at first and then give it out. So I was a bit confused there for a moment, but Rashid has to depart. 128 for 4 now, Canada. Just 3 deliveries left in this innings. Of course, we'll invite you to stay tuned to 360 TV for the second innings of this match. Daniel, this one is cut away, and another wicket. So 2 wickets in 2 balls for TNT. First Daniel getting the run out and gets a wicket of her own caught and bowl. Changing this match in the last over. Is this a little
And very happy indeed, Jelani, with that wicket.
Okay, go back on.
So there are more runs there for Canada. 2 more to the total. And that brace, as they say in football, that brace will bring innings to a close. So it's Canada being asked to bat first. They close on 130 for 5. So I invite you to stay tuned. Of course, we're going to have those interviews for you shortly and a highlight package for you. But we ask you to stay tuned to 360 TV for live coverage of this Under-19 Canada's tour of Trinidad and Tobago.
So at the end of 20 overs, the Canadian Under-19 women's team are 130 for 5. Trinidad and Tobago Under-19 team will require 131 for victory in their turn at the crease. So we will be back as soon as possible to bring you ball-by-ball coverage after the break.
So now we're going to see an interview with TNT manager Nadra Batiste about her insight on Canada's tour of Trinidad and Tobago.
Say again. Welcome back to 360 TV, where we're giving you the exclusive coverage of the Canada Tour of Trinidad and Tobago. It's the second day of matches being played today. Only one match today, and I'm standing here with Miss Nadra Batiste, who is the manager of Trinidad and Tobago's squads. So, Miss Nadra, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Hoping for a great match under great weather.
Great weather indeed. I know last day we had a few setbacks with the rain and such like that, but that's normal for the weather and climate in Trinidad and Tobago. However, let me talk to you now about the score. It's 1-1 right now. Canada and Trinidad both receiving a victory in the last game. Trinidad and Tobago receiving one via the calculation after the rain delay. Canada beating Trinidad and Tobago by 10 runs, just 10 runs. What was the communication happening back at base after that victory and that loss last day?
Well, this is a development tour for both under-19 Canada and the Trinidad under-19 women. So it's all about looking at where we had our shortcomings and just trying to improve on that. So as you said, it's 1-1 now. We're hoping for a victory today to make it 2. What we've done is we initially started with a group of 60 girls after the screening, and that has been cut down after Easter Festival to 28. So what we're doing is we are rotating them throughout different squads just to see their different skills and leadership capacities and abilities through different situations and matches. So we're hoping to have a different mix today to see how the girls react under pressure. Well, it's 1-1, so it's not so much pressure right now. It's a 5-match series. So we're hoping to really work hard, leave it out there, and just get a victory on the board today.
Well, speaking of getting a victory, it's a big victory for the women's under-19 division, as this is the inaugural Canadian Tour of Trinidad and Tobago. So what does this mean for the division, for women's cricket, for the development of the entire division right here?
Well, this is really exciting news because in the past, this is my 4th year with the under-19 setup. And in the past, we've had series against the Windward Islands, Barbados as preparation for the under-19 regional tournament. So for the girls to be playing Canada under-19, it's more of an international setting. And they're really happy to be privileged to play this sort of team in a competition. So it's a great sign for women's cricket on both ends. It's the inaugural tour, as you mentioned. And it's the first time our girls would feature in something like this. Some of them are playing cricket at this level locally for the first time.
Well said, well said. And how do you feel about the energy when it comes to the athletes? Because we saw a lot of camaraderie last day. We saw love on both sides from the Canada and Trinidad team, and we saw a bit of respect being built between both teams despite being from so far. What do you feel that sportsmanship and that environment, you feel that you guys are harboring that every day with these girls?
Yes, well, some people might say music is a universal language, but so is sport. And both teams share a deep love for cricket and just getting out there, getting themselves better, their skills, their thinking. Women's cricket is growing. We saw the introduction of the Women's CPL. The pool is continuously growing. Women's Big Bash, all over the world. So there's great opportunity for women, and I know that both teams are looking to this competition to showcase their talent and be seen and develop further, possibly playing for their national teams, international teams, and franchise teams, which is picking up.
Well, congratulations so much. It's a big win for women's cricket in Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean. So best of luck today out there on the field, and thank you so much for giving us this interview.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, so those were the views of TNT manager Nadra Batiste. And now we're going to see an interview from earlier with head coach of the Canada team, Azeb Ali Hanif. Good day and welcome back to 360 TV. We're here again at the National Cricket Centre for this continuation of the Canada's Under-19 tour of the Caribbean. Women's cricket is the focus this week. We're here with head coach of the Canada team, Azeb Ali Hanif. Of course, he has some Caribbean roots as well. We'll get into that a little bit later on. But Azeb, welcome to Trinidad. How has this tour been for your team? So how has the experience been?
Thank you, and thank you for the welcome. Our experience so far has been very, very good. We play 4 games already. We're in our 5th game. We've been having a successful tour so far. 1 rained out and 3 victory. Cannot ask for nothing better than that, but we want to continue the momentum and build on it.
What this sort of tour, what will this do for the development of cricket in Canada?
So this is the first time historically for an under-19 women's team or girls team, you can say, that we are preparing for the 2026 World Cup qualifier, which will be happening in August 7 to 17. So this tournament here is like a pre-season preparation for us to making sure that we are preparing our team mentally as well as physically, as well as within their skill set to understand the condition of turf. Because in Canada, we are not that fortunate what the Caribbean have, where my roots have. To be fair with you, we are on AstroTurf, and we do not have that type of facility, especially in the winter time.
Okay. And speaking of different conditions, how would you rate the performance of your team so far? Have they adjusted the conditions pretty well?
So far, they're I am pleased, to be honest with you. The girls them are coping. It's not an easy transition to come in from the cold straight to a 35-degree heat. It's a tough transition, especially we come in from a minus degree and then you're coming from a degree of 35 plus. It's hard to cope with, but they're up to the challenge and they're keeping the momentum going. They believe in themselves. Their mindset is there. Their muscle memory is there, and the most important thing, they have self-belief.
I hear a familiar accent there, Azib, but can just clarify your connection to the Caribbean?
Of course, my roots are actually I'm a Guyanese by birth. Proud to say that I represent Guyana at the youth level at the Northern Telecom level, as well as the first class level. I indeed played 2-year Northern Telecom at the under 19 level under Ramnare Sarwan, former West Indies captain. As well, I had the opportunity to play under the great Carl Hooper, who was a former West Indies captain as well, at 11 first class game, and come out as victorious in the Buster Cup in 2002. As well, I had opportunity to take part in the 2002 West Indies program of an academy in Grenada, where I came out with the Best Work Ethic Award.
Okay, great, Azim. I know as a Guyanese, you'll be familiar, y'all. Guyana has a lovely cuisine as well, but some of your players, have they got a chance to sample some of the local cuisine in Trinidad just yet?
Of course, we had the opportunity to visit, Maracas, right? It was an excursion. It was a beautiful, experience. The player truly enjoy it. We do enjoy all the dishes, especially the doubles and all the rest of the delicacies. Of course, we had the bacon shark. The bacon shark was great at the Olive Restaurant at Maracas Beach. It was amazing. It was a great experience. It's a place that a home for me actually, because I played a lot of national cricket here, representing Monroe Road. Took them from Super League and built them to the national level. So it's like a home for me.
Okay, Azib, you heard it here. Doing his now Guyanese born, but now trying to develop women's cricket in Canada. Thank you for tuning in to 360 TV.
And we are back live here at the National Cricket Centre. It's Trinidad and Tobago under 19 women's versus the Canadian under 19, the Canadian national under 19 team. Trinidad and Tobago chasing 125 for victory. It's going to be a skipper Rajput to opening bowling from the pavilion end, right arm. She goes past the outside edge of opening batter, Kimora Daniel. Kimora Daniel applies a trade with the North Zone cricket team and also plays for her college Astra Girls at Charleville. Kimora Daniel, right-handed batter, right-arm medium fast bowler. Opening the batting with Jannah Mohammed. And this one comes off the pad, it goes down to fine leg. A single is taken. Umpire now lifts his leg, indicating it's no. So it's a run off the bat, so Trinidad and Tobago off and running. One without loss, Kimora Daniel off the mark immediately. It brings the left-handed Jannah Mohammed on strike. Wicketkeeper batter Jannah Mohammed, also the captain of the Astra Girls at Charleville School. TNT needing 125 for victory. We are into over number 1. Skipper Rajput has taken the responsibility to open the bowling from the pavilion end. Right arm medium fast bowler. And this one just back of a length. Jannah gets into line, just quietly plays it off the back foot to cover. So at this time I would like to say a pleasant good afternoon to no other than Jelani Beckles.
Hey, good afternoon, Dungi. Thank you for welcoming back into commentary booth of this live coverage of this Canada's tour of TNT.
So 125 required by this TNT under 19 team. What do you make of the total, Jelani?
I think it's a competitive score. It'll take be not out of TNT's reach, but they'll need a couple big partnerships. TNT.
So Rajput just string on leg stump. Jannah Mohammed just plays it neatly onto the onside. She gets off the mark. The score 2 without loss. It brings Kimora Daniel back on strike. Skipper Rajput, right arm medium fast bowler, taking the responsibility to get some early wickets for this Canadian under 19 team.
I'm sure Canada will try to avoid what TNT did earlier, giving away a lot of extras. TNT, quite a few no balls and wides and buys and as well. So I'm sure Canada will be hoping to limit those extras, and at the end of 1 over, 2 without loss, Trinidad and Tobago.
So Skipper Rajput producing an excellent opening over, just going for 2 runs in that over.
Yeah, much cooler conditions now compared to when this game bowled off at just after 2 p.m.
Well, I tell you what, Jelani, at that time the temperature was in excess of 30 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, not what the Canada players are accustomed to, coming from cool conditions in Canada in May.
So it's going to be Malhotra from the northern end. Left arm seamer. She's going to be bowling left arm over the wicket. Oh my goodness. Right arm, my apology. This one is driven down to mid-off. There's no run.
Yeah, my whole truck featured quite a bit on this tour of Trinidad so far. Hoping to get some wickets this afternoon. This one attempted just missing that off stump there. My whole truck.
Jana just playing a bit late there, hitting the inside edge. Perilously close to the sticks. So Malhotra operating with a third man, backward point, cover, extra cover, mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket, and fine leg. This one is driven down to wide, mid-off.
Yeah.
So
Single. Yeah, single to Mohammed. Brings Daniel back on strike.
Nice flowing extra cover drive from Jannah Mohammed. Earns a single. It brings Kimura Daniel on strike for the first time from Malhotra.
Yeah, earlier we saw a brilliant last over bowl by Daniel. She got a run out and completed a caught and bowl opportunity. Daniel.
So a lot of opportunities for these young ladies, Jelani.
Yeah, certainly valuable experience given to these young cricketers.
So Kimura trying to work this ball onto the onside when she should just be trying to play it as straight as possible. It rifles into the pads. There's no run.
It's on a play and a miss by Daniel.
Well, she is essaying an extra cover drive, but that she was going straight across the line of flight there, Jelani.
Yeah, didn't give me contact on this occasion, Daniel. Was, as you mentioned, the field earlier, Dungi. Yeah, 5 even field, 5 fielders on that offside, but 5 also as well on the leg side. This one shot onto the leg sides. Daniel was looking for a single, but sent back by Mohammed. Rightly so. I don't think that single was up for grabs on that occasion. But so that ends another tight over.
So Jelani, there are 12 fielders on the field. If there's 5 on the onside, 5 on the offside, with the wicketkeeper and the batter,
And a bowler. Oh, my apologies. I'm just looking at the leg side there. The fielder who I thought was a fielder on the leg side is really an assistant coach or coach. I thought that was a long on fielder, so my apologies. Yeah, if it was 12 fielders on the field, well, the umpires would have had to maybe sort of speak to the Canada captain and tell them, well, you have an extra fielder. But that was my apology. It's really the coach on the long on boundary that had me a bit confused for a moment.
So it's going to be Rajput to continue from the pavilion end. Right arm Seema, having had a wonderful hit out in the middle as well.
Yeah, she made decent score at the end of the back end of the innings for Canada. A late cameo by Canada captain. She's trying to get the job done for a team with the ball now. Slow start here by TNT.
But it's going to be Jannah Mohammed to take strike.
Just push forward onto the offside.
This one is played neatly down to mid-off. There's no run.
Triple runs here for TNT. It should go all the way to the bunker for 4, and it does. Breaks the shackles a bit here, Dooley.
Yeah, getting a ball
was allowed on the boundary.
Yeah, so Jana playing that pickup shot there. Jelani had ball just coming into her, using the angle, and was able to get it over square leg.
But you see a change in the field following that boundary. So there's protection now on the square leg boundary following that.
So the two fielders outside the ring is third man and deep backward square.
Again, attempts a similar shot. It's in the air, just short, and it will run away for four. So a bit lucky on that occasion, Mohammed. She's disappointed that she got past and went away for four. So Mohammed on the charge here now. This one just excellent foul defensive shot there by Mohammed.
So 11 without loss in pursuit of 125 for victory.
One push forward, a quick single taken. Comfortably home, Mohammed. She was going to the danger end and called Daniel through for that single.
So immediately on contact, Jana calling through Kimura and successfully getting a single. So at the end of over number 3, 12 without loss.
Mega super value deal. Chicken, mega deal, super chicken, mega deal. This KFC deal has you thinking chicken.
Lucky 7-piece bucket for only 99.
A feeling for a big meal
Must be KFC.
with big taste
Chicken.
and big flavor.
Chicken.
Who keeps saying that?
I am the voice in your belly. Must be KFC.
Yes, welcome back to 360 TV. It seems that Malhotra will continue. Still, she will start her second over.
So a change in the field, the fine leg comes into the circle, deep mid-wicket goes out. So they're planning for that shot that Jana has demonstrated.
Yeah, Mohammed on 11 of 13 deliveries. Daniel not yet off the mark, facing just the 5 deliveries so far. This one gets by keeper Fatima, runs here for TNT. It'll just be a single.
So this one is squeezed down to third man, single. Moves Jana onto 12. Kimura yet to get off the mark.
That was Harper Chalmers doing the fielding at third man boundary. Ultra to Daniel. So shock on Daniel off the mark on this occasion, just hitting that one onto the leg side. So Daniel is off and running. Probably would have hoped to get off Bonja on that occasion because it was a full toss sort of on a leg stump line. Yeah, lovely cool conditions now here at National Cricket Centre in Couva. TNT trying to get to 125 for victory.
So Malhotra continues from the northern end. Back of the length delivery. Jana Mohammed rocks onto the back foot, plays it out. The bowler does the fielding. The score remains on 13 without loss. Trinidad and Tobago under 19 women in pursuit of 125 of victory. They are 13 without loss.
So just flicked onto the leg side by Mohammed. Malhotra. So it's cut away. Partially stopped by that field at backward point. So bring Daniel back on strike. So another single to Mohammed.
So Jana just guiding this ball away to backward point. Single. It brings Kimura back on strike. So there's going to be a field change. The flying leg goes into the circle. Third man goes into position.
Yeah, so 14 without loss TNC. Not a bad start by both teams in the second innings. Of course, Daniel struggling a bit to get going in this inning so far. Just one to her name off 9 deliveries. Mohammed has looked quite solid with a couple boundaries so far. This one feels across the line on this occasion and she's out. Yeah, that one was full and straight and trying to just played across the line on this occasion. And she's out LBW, Daniel. Yeah, just trying to, not the best.
Flight, which she has been doing consistently during the course of this innings and paying the price there. She
Rennie Passard. Of course, Rennie Passard officiating this game alongside Frank Morgan. Yeah, easy decision. That seemed to be right in front.
So it's going to be Azaria Muller striking out to the middle. The all-rounder from Prisal plays her cricket with the Caltrax Women's Club. Trinidad and Tobago team today captained by Samira Naidu. Right arm batter, right arm bowler, Azaria Muller. Just a stone throw across the highway. Lives in Prisal.
Chalmers looking for another wicket here. Pulling some of this one string down the leg side. Signal wide by the umpire.
So possibly just overstriding on that occasion was Chalmers, and that ball sliding past the batter. But some good work by the wicketkeeper. Wicketkeeper Dahia.
Chalmers. This one another peel for an LBW.
But a very close call indeed there for Azaria Muller. That ball hitting the back pad. I would love to see the replay.
Over by Chalmers.
The Chalmers making a very impressive start indeed. Getting rid of Kimura Daniel via the LBW route. Looking for that second wicket here. Azaria Muller on strike.
This one a play and a miss outside the off stump by Chalmers.
And beaten all in here was Azaria Muller. Trying to get forward, and it goes past the outside edge. So very impressive indeed. Chalmers bowling from the southern end.
So driven, well driven, but straight to the fielder at extra cover. So no run.
So in the early stages, Jelani, the Canadian team has adopted a ring of fielders on the offside, and all of those fielders are hovering on the edge of the circle. So they're trying to protect the boundaries in the early stages of this contest.
So driven again, quick single taken this time.
And a very powerful throw indeed.
So Muller gets off the mark. 16 for 1 TNC, trying to get to 125 for victory.
So Shreya Vora feeling at extra cover, rifling a return at the non-striker's end.
Of course, a lot of local cricket action on this week. Of course, tomorrow the T20 festival at the Queen's Park Oval continues.
Nice flowing drive from Mohammed. Goes out to backward point. There's no run. Rao does the fielding. So at the end of over number 5, TNT in pursuit of 125. They are 16 for 1. And Jannah Mohammed is on 12. And Azaria Muller with a solitary single.
Yeah, solid start here by Canada. Just a couple boundaries in this inning so far. Both coming off the bat of Mohammed.
So it's going to be... Is it Malhotra?
Attempted cut shot there by Muller. Didn't get any bat on it.
So Malhotra continues from the northern end. Goes past the outside edge of Azaria's bat. Wicketkeeper here doing the catching there.
Is there a lot of batting to come, Dungi, when you look at the TNT batting lineup?
Yeah, I would think that the skipper will be striking out at number 3.
Or number 4, in fact. Number 4,
Samira Naidu.
Some cutaway runs here, misfield. So runs here for TNT, they'll get at least 2 here. Yeah, come back for 2 quite comfortably. So 2 more to Muller.
Short and wide, and Azaria cuts that ball through backward point. That breeze takes the score on to 18. It takes Azaria on to 3.
Wide third man region. So another single.
So a nice deft touch here from Azaria Muller, sorry. Just opening the face, running it down to backward point. There's a single and offer. Takes the score into 19 for 1 in over number 6. So Canadian national under 19 women's making a very good competitive total of 125 and really putting the skills on the TNT batters at this stage. 19 for 1, but there's still a lot of batting in this TNT batting lineup to come, including skipper Samira Naidu, Shreya Jairam.
The onside, but straight to mid on, no single. Mohammed has looked pretty solid so far.
Seem to favors the leg side during this innings.
One pulled away in the air though, and it's dropped. Well, as the sitter goes down, it was really a really easy catch there. It looks like Captain Rajput. Yeah, and the captain puts it down, so Mohammed gets a life.
So Mohammed taking on the pull shot, not getting the connection. It just spooned to mid on, and the catch was not taken. 1 to the score, 20 for 1. We are into the power play, the final ball in the power play, 5.5 overs. So a bit of indecision.
Ultra just watching this one outside the off stump, Muller.
So at the end of the power play, TNT in pursuit of 125 for victory. They are 20 for 1 in over number 6.
So Harper Chalmers starts another over for Canada.
So Chalmers has been very impressive indeed, getting a wicket in a very first over, bowling a very good line and length, keeping Mohammed very quiet indeed, giving her nothing to drive.
Shrivan, through the covers, finds the gap beautifully. May run away for 4. It should be pulled up just inside. 2 total.
So that,
To Mohammed.
so nice flowing square drive there from Jannah Mohammed, just opening the face at the last moment and bisecting cover and backward point. They get a brace. It takes the score on to 22. It takes Jannah on to 15. And what a peach of a delivery there, just taking off from a length there, possibly coming off the glove of Jannah's bat there, but not in control at all, but is able to get a single. It goes down to third man. There's a single.
The bong surprise Mohammed on that occasion.
Yeah, Harper Chalmers, very impressive indeed, Jelani. There's a lot to like about this young medium pacer.
Yeah, she quite solid and seemed to be a decent all-round as well. She opened the batting really a 4 Canada. Seems to be a solid cricketer, Harper Chalmers. Was just
Nice.
to other sports for a moment. You see Arsenal fans this afternoon very late. They just wrapped up the Premier League title after Man City failed to win their match against Bournemouth, so Arsenal ending a 20-year drought, winning the Premier League title this afternoon.
So Arteta will be a very happy man this afternoon.
So they've wanted that, and they're also into the Champions League final against, is it PSG? Yeah, PSG. So chance to win another title in a couple of weeks' time.
So a lot of silverware on offer.
Yeah.
Arsenal doing the business after 20 years, so congratulations to Arsenal Football Club.
So the shove in India runs here 4. TNT will run away to the boundary for 4.
So very impressive indeed from Azaria Muller, as straight as an arrow, pitched up delivery from Chalmers, missing.
Yeah, 27 for 1. Still behind that required run rate, but yeah, that required run rate already at 7.5 runs and over. So need to continue. If they could get at least 1 boundary per over TNT, they'll sort of keep them in the hunt for this target of 125. So on a play and a miss by Mohammed.
Attempting that drive through extra cover, not getting that right foot across to the line of the delivery, just throwing the hands at the ball there was Jannah Mohammed, not making contact, and it goes into the mitt of wicketkeeper Dahia. Or Fatima, my apology. And here we see Jannah and Azaria trying to steal a single, but the fielder at cover was very, very quick off the marks there and almost creating a run-out opportunity.
Yeah, just to give you updates in first, as mentioned a while ago, a lot of cricket being played around the region this week. First, TNT Red Force up against Guyana Harp Eagles in the final of the Regional 4-day tournament. Well, Evan Lewis, they say big players step up in big games. Well, he's 98 not out, just 2 runs away from a century.
And Evan Lewis, has been in sublime form in our domestic competition. But it's great to see, that he's showing off his wares at the regional level as well. We do know that he's a quality performer, but what a time to come for the TNT Red Force team. Very, very good indeed, for him to get to possibly 100 and beyond and really propel this Trinidad Tobago Red Force team to a formidable total so that they could end that title drought, for the first time in 20 years, Jelani.
Yeah, but Joshua De Silva was dismissed a short while ago, though, but still, TNT now 209 for 5, a overall lead of 222. So, it's a pretty strong position there for the Red Force. Of course, this is the third day of that 4-day final. Being played at the Sir Vivian Recreation Ground, which has been covered by 360 TV. Maholtra is attempted to cut that one away, Mula, but doesn't make any contact.
So just one delivery away from finishing her very impressive spell, Malhotra. 3.5, 1 wicket for 8 runs. Just what the doctor would have ordered. I'm sure skipper Rajput would be very happy indeed with this effort.
Yeah, what a spell it has been. It has been from Maholtra. This one is played onto the offside no run, so that will bring her spell to an end. And what a spell it was. After 4 overs, she ends with figures of 1 for 8.
So very
Chicken, mega deal, super chicken, mega deal.
This KFC deal has you thinking chicken. Lucky 7-piece bucket for only 99.
A feeling for a big meal
Must be KFC.
with big taste
Chicken, chicken, chicken.
and big flavor.
Chicken, chicken, chicken.
Who keeps saying that?
I am the voice in your belly. Must be KFC.
Mega super value deal. Chicken, mega deal, super chicken, mega deal.
This KFC deal has you thinking chicken.
So there's a change from the southern end. It's going to be Vitri Dahia. Vitri Dahia.
Yeah, De Gea opened the batting earlier for Canada. So has a job to do now with the ball.
Evriti.
Yeah, so a single here to Mohammed.
So starting on leg stump, Mohammed just flicking that ball into the square leg region. Single and offer. It takes the score to 29. We are into over number 9. So 96 required, Jelani, from 71 deliveries, and it's getting a bit now where the TNT batters may have to look at, acceleration.
Yeah, they need to get, at this stage, you need to get at least 1 boundary per over.
So the current run rate 3.5, but the required rate is in excess of 8 now, Jelani.
Yeah, that's, you don't want that required run rate to get around 9-10. That will prove very challenging for these cricketers. Just want to play and a miss outside the off stump. Need a couple big overs here, TNT, to probably ease the pressure a bit.
So we're just about over a 1.4 over away from the halfway stage. So I'm sure the think tank of the TNT team will reassess as they go along.
So gonna shove down the ground runs here for TNT. We'll just get 1 though. There's protection on the long off boundary.
So De Gea continues from the pavilion end in her first over, none for 3. 94 required from 69 deliveries.
It's been a good inning so far by Mohammed. This one is down the leg side. Get a bye, I believe, on this occasion. Waiting for the signal by the umpire. leg by signaled.
So 1 to the total. It takes the score to 31 for 1, and we are into over number 9.
Dot delivery on this occasion. Yeah, just one or two big overs away from getting themselves back into this game, Trinidad and Tobago. They could get over, if they could get an over with maybe 13 or 14 runs, it would certainly put this run chase back on track. So when it's cut away runs here for TNT, just a single though.
Short and wide outside the off stump. Muller just caressed that ball down to the backward point boundary, a single and offer. Takes the score on to 33 for 1 at the end of over number 9. So the umpire is just giving some instructions to the various dressing rooms. There's going to be a break at the end of the 10th over. TNT in reply to 125 for victory. They are 33 for 1. Mohammed on 18 and Azaria Muller, she's on 10. So a lot of work to be done by this pair and the rest of the batting to come.
Yeah, that required run rate over 8 runs and over now. Probably pushing towards 9.
So it's going to be Shriya Vora from the northern end.
Yeah, a lot of protection now on the boundary for the Canada bowlers. For this over there is a feeler on the point boundary. There's a long off and a long on, and a feeler at backward square leg at more of a square leg mid wicket region. This one is
so loud appeal there from Vora. That ball hitting the back pad of Muller. Muller trying to turn that ball onto the onside. Might be thinking about looking to pinch a single, but she might be very well advised to play that ball a lot straighter.
So a play and a miss by Muller.
So the TNT batters, especially Azaria Muller, needs to get some bat on to the ball. Too many dot balls.
Yeah, if you dot ball, a little more pressure building on this TNT team. Need to get a move on here soon. I required a run rate. Yeah, 8.5 runs and over now. Vora. This one another play and a miss.
Trying to cut but not getting that right foot back and across, pulling away. The ball goes into the wicketkeeper. Fatima takes a very good take. Ball staying a bit low, a try for low.
Another dot delivery.
Vora, very impressive indeed, going past the outside edge. So at the halfway stage, TNT in pursuit of 125 for victory. They are way behind the 8 ball. They are 33 for 1 with 1 ball remaining in the 10th over.
Another play and a miss. Well, no, wide signal this time. So pushes the score along to 34 for 1.
Vora will have to reload that delivery.
This one runs here for TNT. A thick outside edge will run close to the boundary, but will be stopped just inside by the here. Two more. Actually, just a single take on. So I'll bring the 10th over to a close, and at the end of it, TNT trying to get to 125 for victory, or 35 for 1.
Mega super deal. Chicken, mega deal, super chicken, mega deal. This KFC deal has you thinking chicken.
Lucky 7-piece bucket for only 99.
A feeling for a big meal
Must be KFC.
with big taste
Chicken, chicken, chicken.
and big flavor.
Chicken, chicken, chicken.
Who keeps saying that?
I am the voice in your belly. Must be KFC.
Mega super deal. Chicken, mega deal, super chicken, mega deal. This KFC deal has you thinking chicken.
Lucky 7-piece bucket for only 99.
A feeling for a big meal
Must be KFC.
with big taste
Chicken, chicken, chicken.
and big flavor.
Chicken, chicken, chicken.
Who keeps saying that?
I am the voice in your belly. Must be KFC.
Mega super deal. Chicken, mega deal, super chicken, mega deal. This KFC deal has you thinking chicken.
Lucky 7-piece bucket for only 99.
A feeling for a big meal
Must be KFC.
with big taste
Chicken, chicken, chicken.
and big flavor.
Chicken, chicken, chicken.
Who keeps saying that?
I am the voice in your belly. Must be KFC.
Mega super deal. Chicken, mega deal, super chicken, mega deal. This KFC deal has you thinking chicken.
Lucky 7-piece bucket for only 99.
A feeling for a big meal
Must be KFC.
with big taste
Chicken, chicken, chicken.
and big flavor.
Chicken, chicken, chicken.
Who keeps saying that?
I am the voice in your belly. Must be KFC.
Mega super deal. Chicken, mega deal, super chicken, mega deal. This KFC deal has you thinking chicken.
Lucky 7-piece bucket for only 99.
A feeling for a big meal
Must be KFC.
with big taste
Chicken, chicken, chicken.
and big flavor.
Chicken, chicken, chicken.
Who keeps saying that?
I am the voice in your belly. Must be KFC.
Mega super deal. Chicken, mega deal, super chicken, mega deal. This KFC deal has you thinking chicken.
Lucky 7-piece bucket for only 99.
A feeling for a big meal
Must be KFC.
with big taste
Chicken, chicken, chicken.
and big flavor.
Chicken, chicken, chicken.
Who keeps saying that?
I am the voice in your belly. Must be KFC.
Mega super deal. Chicken, mega deal, super chicken, mega deal. This KFC deal has you thinking chicken.
Lucky 7-piece bucket for only 99.
A feeling for a big meal
Must be KFC.
with big taste
Chicken, chicken, chicken.
and big flavor.
Chicken, chicken, chicken.
Who keeps saying that?
I am the voice in your belly. Must be KFC.
Mega super deal. Chicken, mega deal, super chicken, mega deal. This KFC deal has you thinking chicken.
Lucky 7-piece bucket for only 99.
A feeling for a big meal
Must be KFC.
with big taste
Chicken, chicken, chicken.
and big flavor.
Chicken, chicken, chicken.
Who keeps saying that?
I am the voice in your belly. Must be KFC.
Mega super deal. Chicken, mega deal, super chicken, mega deal. This KFC deal has you thinking chicken.
Lucky 7-piece bucket for only 99.
A feeling for a big meal
Must be KFC.
with big taste
Chicken, chicken, chicken.
and big.
So welcome back. The players have just completed a short drinks break with Trinidad Tobago 35 for 1, so really need a couple special knocks here, TNT, to get to this total of 125, this target.
So it's going to be Dahia to continue from the southern end. Right arm off spinner.
Yeah, starts with a dot delivery there, Dahia. Bowling to Muller. Muller 11 of 25 deliveries now, so really soaking up a lot of dot deliveries here. Muller, this one a chance for stumping, but couldn't hold on there. Wicketkeeper Fatima. So another dot delivery.
Yeah, missed opportunity there from wicketkeeper Fatima.
Yeah, this one cut away well. Runs on this occasion, just be a single. Mullah gives Mohammed back the strike. Of course, following this match, could tell you for certain that there'll be another double header at the National Cricket Centre on Saturday, May the 23rd. Matches at 9 a.m. and 2 p.m.
So it's going to be Mohammed to take strike from Dahia.
One punch down the ground on the back foot, Mohammed. Need more than singles though at this stage.
Yeah, so Dahia doing an excellent job for her skipper. Into her second over.
Yeah.
None for 6.
Yeah.
One delivery remaining.
When I was speaking to Stephanie Power, one of the TNT coaches before this match, and she said this team the bowling is more of their strength, so they may be satisfied if this Trinidad and Tobago batting could probably at least end on around 90 or 100 and get a couple partnerships, because batting is a bit weak in this, not as strong as the bowling Miss Paul would have mentioned. This one is driven onto the offside runs here. They should just get one. Just think of 2, but have to settle for 1. Yes, I'm sure TNT would have been a little disappointed to not allow Canada to make so many runs, because the bowling is the strength of this 11 being played today.
Yeah, I thought the TNT woman possibly was guilty of giving away a bit too much sunrays in the Canadian innings, and hence the reason why they're chasing a formidable total now of 125. 87 required from 54 deliveries, Jelani, and with every dot ball it gets, it keeps skyrocketing.
Yeah, that required run rates close to 9 runs and over now. Starting to slip away a bit from this TNT team.
So Vora bowling from the northern end. This ball is pushed out to extra cover. There's no run. Vora right arm off spinner. So both spinners in operation here now. 2 finger spinners operating in tandem with each other.
One flicked away onto the leg side, but finds that fielder at mid-wicket, so another dot delivery.
So again, we're seeing where Mohammed is just looking to favour the leg side. Had she just punched that ball straight down to long on, she would have been able to have that rotation.
Again, good feeling there by the short cover fielder. Pressure building here with every dot ball. Yet another dot ball, so really struggling to take the strike here, Mullah and Mohammed.
But Vora is putting the skids on these batters here. They're not getting any momentum at all.
Cuts away. We'll get runs here. We'll get at least 1. Will only be 1.
So partnership 25 on 47 deliveries. A lot more is required now. The required run rate has gone above 10 runs and over. This one is played tamely back to Evora. So at the end of over number 12, 39 for 1. The required run rate is above 10 runs and over, Chelani.
Yeah, just one run coming off that over bowl by Vora, so keeping things very tight here, Canada. Of course, they were very confident of pulling off this victory from this point.
Well, both finger spinners doing a tremendous job for their team. Vora and Dahia bowling in tandem with each other. So it's going to be Mohammed on strike.
Need a big over here, TNT. Get themselves back into this run chase.
And some very good feeling indeed at extra cover.
Yeah, the fielding has been quite good by Canada this afternoon.
So that Rao at extra cover doing the fielding there. Moving smartly to her right. Partially stopping the ball.
It's pulled away. Runs here for TNT. Is this the boundary they needed to get the run chase back on track? Well, it goes for 4, so well played by Mohammed.
So Dahia with that boundary.
Yeah, need a few more of those. Trinidad and Tobago. This one again. We'll find the field on this occasion. Didn't find the gap on this occasion. Mohammed would have been another. If that went 10 yards of the field at deep mid wicket, would have been another 4. But fortunately for Canada, found the fielder. That single brings Muller back on strike. So on a low full toss driven back to the bowler. Tahir does her own fielding.
So both these batters here really struggling to get boundaries.
Yeah, Muller especially really struggling in the middle.
So generous flight here from Dahia.
So crunching, well, a chance to complete the catch on that occasion. It looked like Vora fielding. Yeah, that's Vora in at a sort of a short extra cover position. Couldn't complete the catch, and at the end of another over, at the end of 13, TNT trying to get to 125, 46 for 1.
Mega super value deal. Chicken, mega deal. Super chicken, mega deal. This KFC deal has you thinking chicken.
Lucky 7-piece bucket for only 99.
A feeling for a big meal
Must be KFC.
with big taste
Chicken.
and big flavor.
Chicken.
Who keeps saying that?
I am the voice in your belly. Must be KFC.
Mega super value deal. Chicken, mega deal. Super chicken, mega deal. This KFC deal has you thinking chicken.
Lucky 7-piece bucket for only 99.
Yeah, so seems that Vora has started another over. Keeping things very quiet here Canada. The TNT team got a boundary in that last over, but this stage you need probably at least two fours every over. This one is driven. Well, really excellent effort in the field there by the backward point fielder. That looks to be Chalmers, it seems.
So lovely flowing a square drive there for Mohammed, but only resulting in a single, but excellent feeling at backward point.
Yeah, really
Just
putting a body on the line on that occasion. It's an appeal for an LBW. Not out, says the umpire.
so Avora continues to be very impressive indeed. None for 4 into over number 3, 78 required from 39 deliveries. Jannah Mohammed on 24, Mullah on 17.
Attempted to drive that one. Mullah really not finding it difficult to keep the scoreboard ticking over. Batting at a strike rate of less than 50. Another play and a miss.
So it seems possibly at this stage, Jelani, the TNT team has maybe taken the decision to allow, these batters of them to continue, and, just develop rather than, look to pursue the chase. I don't know, it just...
Yeah, because required run rate is over 12 runs and over needed now. This game seemed like an uphill task now at this point. This one is in the air and it's out caught. Well judged by the fielder. Had to take a few steps back at that extra cover position.
So something had to give, Jelani. And
Yeah,
what
did.
had to give? Azaria Mullah trying to up the ante there.
The captain, I'm trying to confirm the fielder who took that catch, wasn't able to, but that will bring number 28 to the crease. That number 28 is
As the skipper walking on, Samira Naidu.
Samira Naidu, so needs a captain's knock here. Certainly this game slipping away from Trinidad and Tobago. There's just 6 overs left now. 13 runs and over needed. So really have to play a special innings here, the TNT skipper.
She does have the ability to be a good, ball striker, but to just come in and go out, get 13 runs or over at any format, Jelani, it does take, something special indeed.
Yeah, she'll have to get going from ball 1 here. Naidu, no time to settle down at all. 47 for 2.
But Samira Naidu, very elegant left-handed batter. Loves driving the ball on the up. Rao, Sanjana Rao. So another finger spinner will be brought into the attacker. Sanjana Rao, right arm off spinner. It's going to be bowling to Jannah Mohammed. So TNT maintaining this right hand left hand combination with their batting lineup.
Rao into Mohammed. This one is short outside leg stump, pulled away by Mohammed for 4.
So Rao, a leg spinner, pitching that ball on about leg.
This one again short and outside leg stump a bit. Seem to bowl that one a bit quicker. Rao.
Trying to repeat the deuce, but not making contact, was Mohammed. So Sanjana Rao, right arm leggy. What she's gonna come up with now.
This one driven onto the offside. A quick single taken will bring TNT skipper Naidu on strike to face our first delivery.
So that single takes Jan now on to 28, 29, my apology. Score on to 52 for 2.
Rao. And this one is swept. It's a half-hearted appeal for LBW. They'll get a leg by. Yeah, Canada expected to come away with this victory from this stage, but you never know. This one is pulled away. More runs here for TNT. 4 more to Mohammed.
So another short delivery there. Also short from hitting a maximum. So Jana Mohammed on the charge here.
Yeah, excellent over here for Trinidad and Tobago. Ready? What is it? Yeah, 10 runs off this over already. Still a couple balls to go. This one is a full toss, struck down the ground. Should just be a single. Yeah, it will be a single. That will bring the over to a close. So expensive first over there by Sanjana Rao. Couple boundaries struck off that over, and at the end of 15 overs now, the score 58 for 2.
So a very productive over indeed. Possibly the most expensive over for this Canadian team.
Mega super value deal. Chicken, mega deal. Super chicken, mega deal. This KFC deal has you thinking chicken.
Lucky 7-piece bucket for only 99.
A feeling for a big meal.
Must be.
Yes, so single to start that 16th over. This bowler again, this over being bowled by Shreya Vora. He's into her 4th and final over. What a spell it has been. Just 5 runs conceded in 3.1 overs.
So it's going to be the skipper on strike.
This one flicked away onto the leg side. Get a single.
Lovely use of the feet there from the skipper. Taking 2 strides along the pitch. Working it onto the onside. Getting off the mark immediately was Samira Naidu. Brings Jana on strike.
Need a couple more big overs here, TNT, to stand any chance. This one is cut away. Just get a single. There's protection on that backward point boundary.
So Dillion doing the feeling there. Down at that deep extra cover boundary.
An attempted sweep shot. An appeal for an LBW. Not out, says umpire Frank Morgan. Yeah, that required run rate almost 15 runs and over now. So very unlikely that TNT will get to this target. This one is struck high up in the air and it's caught. Vorad completes the caught and ball opportunity. And TNT captain Samira Naidu has to go.
Yeah, a lot of pressure with the required run rate in excess of 15 runs and over Jelani. So it's going to be Shriya Jairam striding out to the middle.
Shriya Jairam has a lot of experience playing at the national level and West level and national senior level. So I was expecting to see her probably come out a bit sooner, but she just comes to the crease now with a bit of a mountain to climb here, TNT.
Yeah, 4.1 over remaining to complete this innings. 64 required from 25 deliveries. So it's going to be Vora to continue. 2 for 7, very impressive indeed with off spinners.
Yeah, very much so. Just 7 runs conceded along with the 2 wickets. Off the mark immediately, Jairam. Get 1. Just settle for 1.
So this one is played neatly down to deep backward square. But at the end of over number 16, TNT in replying to a total of 125 of victory. They are 62 for 3.
Jaiswal is the new bowler for Canada. Starts with a dot delivery. Prakiti Jaiswal. Yeah, so just 4 overs remaining in this match. Canada well poised to come away with this victory. TNT will need something very special here from Jairam and Mohammed. It's on a punch down the ground. Was looking for a single but sent back by Mohammed. Jairam.
Vora doing the fielding at extra cover. There is no run. Jaswal, medium piecer, right arm medium piecer, bowling to Shriya Jairam.
This one down the leg side, signal wide by umpire Prasad. Attempted cut shot there by Jairam.
Prakriti.
So driven straight back and she's out court. So Jairam has to depart. Well, just waiting to see if it carried all the way. The umpires are. So yeah, seemed to drop short of Jaiswal. So Jairam survives. So just tucked away onto the leg side, a single taken.
So this one on the leg stump from Jaswal. Jairam just turns it into the leg side. Rotates the strike. 65 for 3. Spinners doing a very good job for this Canadian under 19 team here today.
Yeah, a lot of spin on show for Canada.
But Jaswal, medium piecer, right hand medium piecer.
Yeah. That'll bring the over to a close, and at the end of 17 overs, TNT will come out on the losing end. Most likely will come out on the losing end this afternoon. They're 65 for 3.
But having said that, they will come out. Last of the series.
Yes, certainly these players, a lot of them in the early stages of their development and their careers. So hoping to continue building from strength to strength.
So it will give the think tank of this Trinidad and Tobago team, a fair idea of where they are and what they need to do to continue their trust to have the best available squad, to participate in that regional Rising Star under 19 tournament, which will bowl off later on this year.
Yeah, some players already putting their hands up to earn selection on that team. Some cutaway runs here for Trinidad and Tobago. May not go all the way, but we'll get 2 comfortable runs. After settled for 2 there. Jairam on Trinidad and Tobago.
Short and wide, Shreya just guides it through that backward point region and comes back for a breeze. Jannah Mohammed continues her innings. She's on 39. And a wide delivery there. So it's going to be Kumar. Santosh Kumar. Santosh Kumar. And this one is driven to extra cover. Quick single there. Fielder not gathering in time, and they're getting very comfortable indeed.
Yeah, if the fielder picked that one up cleanly, would have certainly been a chance for a run out.
So Jannah Mohammed have 2.5 overs to try and get to a very good half century today.
Yeah, still 10 runs away from that half century. This one she's bowled him. So Mohammed has to go. She wouldn't get a chance to get a half century this afternoon. Bowled by Santosh Kumar. She gets her first wicket in her very first over. TNT now 69 for 4. Yeah, she batted well today, Mohammed. Probably, I'm sure she would have liked to be a little bit faster in terms of her strike rate, but
Annalisa Manu is the new batter.
yeah, Manu was excellent in the field earlier for Trinidad and Tobago.
And what a good time to come to the crease. Possibly, if she could, get to maybe 20-25 in quick time, Jelani, it would be a good day at the office.
Yeah, certainly so. Will give her some confidence, maybe moving forward in Canada's tour of Trinidad and Tobago.
So 56 required from 15 balls. We could possibly put that to bed now, Jelani.
Yeah, I don't think TNT will get to this target this afternoon. Of course, they would go back to the drawing board here, TNT. But as I mentioned earlier, Stephanie Power, the head coach of TNT, saying that trying to give all these players in this squad of 25 or 30 of TNT a chance to play and get that sort of experience.
Yeah, at this stage, they possibly will be looking at players that, they want to fit in terms of the composition of the team.
Don't struck down the ground, just down to long on, we'll just get a single. This one just played along the ground. That will bring the 18th over to a close, and at the end of it, TNT 71 for 4.
Mega super value deal. Chicken, mega deal, super chicken, mega deal.
This KFC deal has you thinking chicken.
Lucky 7-piece bucket for only 99.
A feeling for a big meal
Must be KFC.
with big taste
Chicken.
and big flavor.
Chicken.
Who keeps saying that?
I am the voice in your belly. Must be KFC.
Mega super value deal. chicken, chicken mega deal, super chicken mega deal.
Shreya trying to flick that ball through the onside, not making contact, going across the flight. And a nice flowing off drive. Goes onto the onside of the wicket. Comes off the inner half of the bat. It brings a Manu and a Lisa Manu on strike. And a wide signal. So Manu carves that one down to cover on the boundary, single. So we are into the 19th over of this contest. 51 required from 9 deliveries. Attempted drive there from Manu, not getting contact. Shreya, my apology. Is played onto the onside, just a single on offer. So the last over of the innings coming up. 76 for 4. A booming drive. And Jairam goes. So wicketkeeper Fatima making a very good stumping indeed. So it's going to be Samaya Munisar with just about 4 deliveries to negotiate in this innings. And ball goes past the outside edge. Samaya looking for that cover drive, not making contact. And a loud appeal, and she goes LBW. Playing across the line of flight there was Samaya Munisa, and being given out leg before wicket. So wicket number 6 goes down, and 3 deliveries remaining in the inning. So Mariella Singh makes her way out to the middle. And goes for a drive, misses that ball completely. So 2 deliveries left. .49 required from 1 delivery. So that's going to be the end of this contest. The Canadian under 19 women's team coming away winners by 48 runs in this encounter. Oh, there's one more ball remaining. And a loud appeal there for LBW. And somebody's going to get run out here. So victory for the Canadian under 19 team here at the National Cricket Centre, defeating the Trinidad and Tobago under 19 team here by 48 runs. So congratulations to the Canadian under 19 women's team. So that's going to be it here from the National Cricket Centre. So we've come to the end of this encounter between the Trinidad under 19 women's team against the Canadian under 19 team. It has been a good contest where both teams have allowed their players the opportunity, to continue their development. Unfortunately, one team has to win, one team has to lose. But at the end of the day, I am sure that coaches and the management from each team will be very happy, with what they've seen, and definitely taking a lot of notes, to take back onto the training ground so that they could keep improving, and more importantly, putting corrective work in place, for future encounters. So that's going to be us here and coming up very soon would be the highlights of today's game.
Okay, okay. All right. Right, no problem. Yeah, basically, yeah. Some. So good afternoon. We just completed the game between this TNT development team. This is team 3. I was informed. this TNT coming out on the losing end this afternoon. I'm here with the captain today, Samira Naidu. Samira, what you felt they could have done better this afternoon to come away with the victory?
I think at the start when we went into bowl, I think we gave away too many extras and boundaries because of misfields and other stuff. But I think we did okay in the bowling aspect. We just need to lessen down on the wides and extras, and I think we had done better.
And in terms of the batting, who you think it should have probably gotten off to a better start? I know just posting about maybe 75-80 today. I was hoping maybe to get a better start from the top order.
Yeah, you know, some days not yours, but just going in with intent and having a positive mindset. The reason why we lost so many wickets and is because of partnerships and lack of intent, and reason why we did not come up victorious today.
And last thing, Samira, what improvements generally you like to see moving forward? Maybe I'm not sure who will get to play on those games on Saturday, but what improvements you hoping to see from the players on the weekend?
Better fielding and less long the wides and extras, and more intent in the batting. Really need to come through in the batting, and I think if we do those things, I think we'll come out victorious in the end of the series.
Okay, Naidu, thanks you, and all the better luck moving forward. Thank you. Thanks very much. Okay, that's it for 360 TV. We're going to be joined soon by the captain of the Canada team. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, folks, as we're going to be hearing from our representative from the Canadian team right here on 360 TV Live. So don't miss that. It's coming up to you in 5 minutes or so.
Good day, and thank you for tuning into 360 TV and staying tuned. We want to congratulate Canada under 19s for winning this game. I'm here with Captain Rajput. Captain, Skipper, how do you think your team did today?
I think we did amazing overall in batting and even our bowling and fielding side. I know we had a few early wickets fall down in our batting, but then we had good partnerships, and then we built on, accelerated after the 10th over. In terms of our bowling and fielding, we had a few catches dropped, which could have easily been taken, but I feel like we fought and we came back together as a team stronger, and our bowling unit performed very well.
How have you enjoyed and your team this tour of Trinidad? Is the weather too hot for you? How have you coped with the conditions, your team?
I think coming from the winter in Canada to Trinidad, the amazing weather, and being able to play cricket on such beautiful grounds it's an amazing experience, and we're truly enjoying this experience, and we're grateful that we got to come here and play against the TNT team.
So speaking of the condition, how would you compare the conditions here to what you play back home in Canada?
I would say here it's a bit more humid compared to Canada, and when it rains, I realized that there's like it's a good drizzle, you know, but then there's also sun. So I would say it's definitely a bit more humid here compared to Canada summer.
But in terms of you all play most of your matches at home indoors, am I right? Or?
Yes, in the winter we do practice indoors because of the snow, but outdoors we shift to our outdoor facilities and grounds.
And last question, Skipper, what improvements would you like to see for the remaining of the tour?
I think we could definitely accelerate and build up our batting partnerships and batting scores. And in terms, like I mentioned, in terms of fielding, we could definitely improve and take on to the challenges and get those catches. But other than that, we've been doing well.
Okay, Skipper, I want to thank you for taking time to do this interview, and all the best for the rest of the tour. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for the day. That's the skipper. That was the skipper giving her closing words on this victory today. I want to thank you for staying tuned to 360 TV. We're going to have 2 more matches for you on show on Saturday at 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. Thank you very much.